All right, just to put a different perspective on this, this here is your pressure plate. And so there is a contact surface here made of steel. And then there are spring fingers here. Basically, when you hit the pedal and the clutch, it pushes down on this throwout bearing, which what that does is it pushes on these spring fingers, which slightly retract this surface. And so when that surface retracts, what it does is it gives the clutch disc a little space to slip. So this is your clutch disc itself. And so this is squished between the pressure plate and the flywheel. And then when you press down on the throwout bearing, it gives it a little space to slip in here. And so that's how that works. Now, the transmission then has an input shaft that looks like a spline, and that spline interacts with the clutch disc. And so these are always connected. And so if there's no pressure here, it's allowed to slip. And so the transmission can run at a different RPM than the engine. What we suspect on this clutch system is that over time, there becomes contamination in this spline. And so instead of this shifting a little bit, it needs to shift, it gets stuck. And when it gets stuck, it's either sticking up against the pressure plate or it's sticking up against the flywheel. And that is when it makes it hard to go into first gear or into reverse. And so the goal here is can we wash out the system and make it work a little while longer before we have to go in there and clean it out.